Holla, 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 holla at me. What? Holla at me. What? Holla at me.
Friend of mine, ain't nobody tell you look the fuck good.
The Lord alone is God. God alone is our defense. Psalms 18 and 30. Holla, 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 holla at me. What? Holla at me. What? Holla at me. Yes, holla at your girl. It's your girl, Holiday Season. I'm back with another story time. Make sure y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe so that y'all are notified every time that I post. And clicking the post notification bell so that y'all... I already said that, notified that I post. So anyway, yeah, back to what we was talking about. So I just remember it's been 8 months since I talked about this, right? The whole we got kicked out of Airbnb. It's probably not gonna be titled that, but this is like a sequel to that, right? So this is probably like the third video. I might put in the description or whatever, right? So I left off with like we was in the bed. So I was in the middle, whatever I named the guy was on the side, and then Foxy was on the other side. So I was like in the middle and them two on the side, right? So we all sleeping or whatever. Like I said, he was touchy and all that. I'm just like, really don't really like him, you know, the body score, the body count or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I just really didn't know like really how to feel about it, because I was just like, he ain't really giving all that. The room all right, but it ain't really giving the skull one, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it was just like, you know. So I'm like Foxy, she over there, I'm guessing she sleep, or she playing sleep one, or she go to sleep fast. I don't know how people be going to sleep fast, but anyway, whatever, blah blah blah. Night goes on by, whatever. We wake up in the morning. He was like, all right, make sure you call me whenever you you know, make it back home, or text me and let me know that you made it back home or whatever. I was like, okay, cool or whatever. But like the whole time the vibe was kind of giving me like, I ain't gonna get into that. Anyway, so I was just like, okay, cool. So we get our little stuff. I'm like, dang, I gotta go back home. 2 hours, right? So we get on the road, and so Foxy looking at her phone. She all drowsy and stuff. She looking at her phone. Her phone had like some missed calls or whatever, right? She like, man. So remember the girl in the first one I named Lil Bit? Okay, this was, she gonna come into this story time, right? So she was like, hey, Lil Bit done called me back to back, like it's like 30 times. I'm like, dang, what she wanted or whatever, right? And so I forgot to say this, but at that party before, everybody was asking like, where Lil Bit, why you ain't bring Lil Bit? Because Lil Bit was in it as well, right? So she was just like, oh no. And she was just like giving them the cold shoulder, like whatever. And I think a little bit they used to look at me funny because they felt like Foxy left a little bit out just to hang out with me, and that wasn't the case. Like, I can't help that her own friend didn't want to hang around her. I didn't want to hang around her, but it was just kind of like, it's only because she said, you know, like, I felt like she can go that night. I felt like she could go because we weren't working with a lot of money. But now I'm kind of glad she didn't, because how, you know, everything went. I feel like it went smooth without her or whatever, right? So, yeah. So then, so she looking at her phone. I'm like, where you want to eat at? She was like, I don't know, whatever we want to choose. So I think we end up pulling up like to a Chick-fil-A or whatever. I end up getting me like, I love me some breakfast at a restaurant. Like when a restaurant serves breakfast, it's just be like, I be talking wrong, it's like racist, but it just be like chef's kiss. Like, I love a good egg with American cheese, the square cheese. Do not put shredded cheese on my eggs. I don't like that. Anyway, yeah, so I just love me a good something to eat. Oh my God, have y'all ever tasted Crystal's breakfast bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits? That, oh look, that sounds so bad. Oh, my weight is showing. Anyway, so yeah, so we pull up there, we get something to eat. She ordered her food or whatever. We get 2 separate orders because I guess this time she had her money. So yeah, so after that or whatever, I'm like, so what's going on? So remember I think I talked about this a little bit too, about how we got messy because Foxy was dating these girls. Like, she like girls too, so she was dating like not two other ones, but she was talking to one stud and then talking to another one too. It was just like a lot of stuff going on, right? So yeah. So she was also like, oh, but such and such called me or whatever. She was like, oh, what happened last night, this and this, because the one, we got to get that stud a name. The one stud, we just gonna name her She slit remind me of no, that's kind of like being fake. Anyway, so let me not give her a name. Dang, yes, because all these people gonna end up how Lil Bit come in. So we gonna name the stud that she was talking to Rude Boy. Cause yeah, that's all we can think of right now. And I'm thinking of Rihanna. Come here, Rude Boy, boy, can you get enough? Come here, Rude Boy, boy, can you? Anyway, yeah, so we gonna name her dad, right? And then yeah, so anyway, she was like, yeah, so Rude Boy hit me up or whatever, let's go, you know, we're gonna go there once we get back where we going to Alabama, right? I was like, okay, cool. So she was just like, oh, and she said she gonna give us something to eat for free. I'm like, dang, she should have said that before I got something to eat, but I probably would have ate that in that because I just wanted me some breakfast that time. So yeah, so she was just, I was like, okay, cool. So now I'm headed there because I'm like, okay, we're gonna get lunch. We just ate breakfast, we're gonna get lunch. And it's gonna be free. You know what I'm saying? I love free. Can't go wrong with free. Okay. So yeah, so we headed up. She was like, and I don't understand, like, Lil Bit, why is you hitting me up like this much? Like almost like we go together or something. Like you acting like we go together or whatever. Like I was like, yeah, that is kind of weird. Like I'm looking at the phone, she called like 10-20 times, and I'm just like, they fresh calls too. So I'm like, you had to be kind of calling some of them when like we were sleeping too. She was like, God, I don't feel like talking. She gonna be asking where y'all at, where I'm at, and all this, right? So she was like, oh, and I'm guessing Lil Bit was sending her text messages like, yeah, you gonna be late. She was like, everybody wanna know where you at. They wondering like why you ain't been to work. Cause like I said, Foxy would sometimes go to work, then sometimes she would be here sleeping on my couch while I go to work, which was weird. Anyway, so yeah. So I was just like, I wasn't worrying about that. I was just kind of worrying about us getting back to get them sandwiches that was Rude Boy was finna get us. So anyway, we pull up to where we going or whatever, and we get out and we going there to where what's her name work, and we got us something to eat. So they over there talking, and like when I tell y'all, Rude Boy really loved Foxy. I don't know what it was, but Rude Boy was on Foxy like that. I kind of think like I hate to say what stuff was, but anyway, she probably really did really like her, but I kind of felt like she kind of was keeping her in a little bit of mess too, and a little bit, to me, it felt like Rude Boy was like liking the drama. Like I also feel like it's some people in life that's gonna only keep you around just because you bring a certain light to them, and I kind of felt like Foxy was a light to Rude Boy. I was about to say the name. So yeah, so they sitting up there, they was like, oh, so did y'all enjoy? Did y'all enjoy? She was like, so what happened to y'all last night or whatever, right? Because she was there as well. Oh, that's part of the reason why what's her name told us to go outside and say that she wanted to talk at the party, because it was kind of like everybody was there. Like everybody was there. So yeah, so Rude Boy was actually at the event too that we went to the night before too, but she had to hurry up and come back and make it for work. So she was like, yeah, so whatever happened to y'all? I would just look at Foxy when she said that, because you really want me to tell you where we was? Anyway, so she was just like, oh, nothing, we just kind of did. She was like, yeah, and I heard such them got an Airbnb, y'all was there. So I didn't really know what to say because we wasn't there. So y'all, when you want me to lie, we got to get the lie together first before I get the lie, because I don't really lie well. So basically she was just like, yeah, we was there or whatever. She was like, oh, okay, cool, that's cool. She was like, so like what type of sandwiches y'all want? So I ended up telling her what type of sandwiches I had wanted or whatever. And I don't know, I think I always end up telling people like, get me whatever, you know, you want me to have or whatever. I don't know why I do that. I always just do that. And so she ended up telling us something. And I don't know if we ate it right then or there or whatever, but they flirting and all that. So anyway, Rude Boy go on and she talking about her girlfriend or whatever, right? So basically saying like how her girlfriend, she was like, yeah, my girlfriend was like, so what's going on between y'all? She was like, yeah, she really asked last night. And so Foxy like, she did. She was like, yeah, she asked like what was going on and all of this. And so, because at this time, I really didn't even know Rude Boy's girlfriend. So I was like, I was like, because she was just telling me who Rude Boy girlfriend, because I just had started hanging around them. So when she told me who she was at the party, she was just telling me how, like, she was looking at her kind of funny or whatever at the party. So I'm like, oh, that was her. Because she kind of was, like, kept looking and doing all this, right? But it was just like, I mean, if you think she mess with your person, shit, I'll be looking too. But yeah, so she was just like, yeah, she was asking me like, do we have anything going on, this and this. So I'm just eating on my chips and my drink and my sandwich. I'm like, do y'all got anything going on? I'm just here for the food and the drinks. Anyway, so she was just like, oh, well, what did you tell her? She was like, man, I ain't even gonna get into all that. But she was like, what y'all doing tonight? So I was like, I looked at her, I'm like, now, you know, it's about time to go to work now. We got to go to work a little bit and just a little something. So she was just like, but I would do like little stuff on the odds and the ends or whatever. So she was just like, oh, well, we ain't really doing nothing, but, da-da-da-da-da-da. She probably said something like she wasn't going, whatever you want to do or whatever, right? But it was just kind of like, you can't really hang around her but for so long because she's staying with that girl, right? So anyway, yeah, fast forward that, right? So we back at work or whatever. And so this certain day, I don't know what it was, but Foxy was like, oh, I'm finna go. I was like, oh, you ain't going to work today? She like, no. Okay. I was like, okay, cool. So I end up going to work or whatever, right? So now this where Lil Bit come in, finally. So Lil Bit was like, when I got into work, I already had to, it's like I had to mentally prepare myself for work, right? So remember when I said I worked at like a series of 2 to 3 McDonald's, right? So this was like the 3rd McDonald's I worked at, the last one, right? So I'm like, they used to really get on my nerves so bad, right? So basically, I walk in, I'm like, oh, I know they finna ask about Foxy, right? So on cue, when I walk in, I head to the back. Here go Lil Bit. Lil Bit came in and she do it just like this. So when I act like this is how Lil Bit act, right? Lil Bit was like, so what's going on? What's going on? What's up with you? What's up with you? So I was like, what's up, Lil Bit? I'm cool. She like, you see my sister? You see my sister? Like, have you seen my sister? I said, like I said, y'all, I can't really lie because, you know, I was like, yeah, I seen her, but, you know, she was like, so why she ain't answer the phone for me? Why she ain't answer the phone for me? Like, she would ask everything twice like that. So I was just like, I don't know, maybe she didn't get it. Her phone probably off or something. She was like, okay, you call her right now. Call her right now. I was like, I ain't got no service because, you know, this and this. I be trying to make up lies. I can't really make them up. So she was just like, oh, well, she ain't really been talking to me. And I just kind of feel like that's just kind of weird. She was like, everybody here wondering where she at, why she ain't here for work. Everybody just wanted, I put her on to this job. Girl, it's McDonald's. She like, girl, I put her on to this job. She ain't even showing up. Really, she ain't care about that. She just was upset that she ain't get to go. Anyway, I gotta start talking like that because, you know, whatever. She was like, I put her on to this job and this and blah, blah, blah. And so basically, roundabout, she was just like, yeah, she ain't even call me back or whatever. She said she was going. She ain't even call me back or do nothing. She was like, I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't really know what's wrong with her, but keep in mind, it was reasons like why I feel like Foxy didn't want to talk to her. And I feel like that was valid reasons why she didn't want to talk to her, right? So anyway, we keep going on or whatever. By the end of the shift, she was just like, here go Lil Bit again. Lil Bit like, I'm back there washing the dishes, helping them. Because like, I gotta go. I'm not standing here tonight with y'all. So she was just like, she came back there, didn't even help. She back there posted like this. She was like, so I'm still on like, why she ain't even come? Like, I ain't really talked to her. She ain't answering the phone for me. I just feel like it's kind of weird, like this and blah, 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 blah. And it was funny how she came to me to talk about her. But when I lost a job, yeah, anyway, yeah. So basically, it was just kind of like, what you want me to do about her not talking to you? I don't know what you really want me to do about it, right? I guess because she was talking to me and not her, I guess. So I was just like, I was like, just send her a text or whatever. She was like, I did. I told her that they, like, you know, she was supposed to go to work or whatever, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that whole time I could tell like she trying to like kind of get in cool with me, but I really kind of didn't care for a little bit for like that, because like she was just so in the middle. So all throughout the shift, she on her phone, she like sending subliminal. She was just like, yeah, like she ain't even talking to me. She ain't talking to me. That's cool that she don't talk to me or whatever. Like, you sitting up here and these people, I got the power to whether you keep your job or not. Whole time, I don't really think Foxy gave a fuck, because she never showed up to the job. So she didn't give a damn. So she was just like, yeah, and I got all this and I got this, and I don't know if we gonna show up. I don't know if we gonna show up tonight, because she just acting weird. She acting all weird, whatever, right? So the shift come to end. I think Lil Bit need a ride. So Lil Bit, she was supposed to ride with somebody else that was working the shift, but the person who worked the shift had just stopped showing up. So she needed a ride. I don't know what you want me to do, because my car didn't go to like that side of town. It's what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know what you had wanted me like to like get a helicopter and fly you out there. I just kind of really didn't know, because I wasn't going to that side. And then a little bit, she didn't say it, but I knew she used to talk about me too, because like you didn't really like me, and it was fine. I didn't really care for you either, but and I at this point, I was just like, I'm not creating those relationships anymore where I have to give people a ride and I get nothing in return. That was the whole thing for me. So it's the next day at work, and this day Foxy come in. So Foxy come in or whatever, and they ain't seen her in a couple of days. So everybody kind of eyeballing her because she hadn't even came. So basically Foxy was just like, you know what? She was like, I'm getting tired of this or whatever, blah, 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 blah. So all of a sudden, Lil Bit walk up and she stopped talking. So she was just like, Lil Bit walk up to her and was like, you ain't hear me calling you. You ain't hear me calling you. She was just like, I don't know. Foxy said something that was like kind of fake kicking it, kind of style like, I don't really like you, but whatever. But I don't know why Foxy was doing her like that, because you did kind of talk to her before I came in. So don't try to act like you. But I think Foxy was like tired of giving her a ride or whatever. So she was just like, But this night, the certain manager that, it was another manager that would take what's her name home, but this person was there or whatever, right? So basically, she was just like, nah, I'm good. So end up, the person who was supposed to take Lil Bit home is there. So basically, it was like two other managers that would take her home or whatever. So the other one is there. So when the person gets there or whatever, she was just like, you know what? My sister here, I don't need no ride. I don't need no ride for you. She gonna take me home. So then after that, Foxy look at me and she like, and I just was packing up the sauces, because I'm like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's y'all. So because she was planning on going somewhere else tonight, but she ain't want to be bothered with her. And I just don't know why she just didn't say it, because at this point, everybody looking at me like, you ain't talking to her because of me. I ain't got nothing to do with that. If that's your friend should. Yeah. So basically, instead of her saying, no, you need to catch that ride or whatever, blah, 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 she waited the entire shift. And so everybody was kind of gone. And she was just like, I don't even know if she ended up telling her, like, hey, you need to get you another ride. But she was just like, oh, I'm not going over there. She was just like, oh, so you're not taking me home? She was like, oh, so Foxy, you not taking me home? She was like, nah, I ain't taking you home. She was like, what you mean? Like why you can't really take me home or whatever? It was just like this, like this little thick tension, because Foxy just want to tell her, like, in the beginning, like, you wasn't gonna take her home, and stop looking at me to, like, I don't know what people wanted me to do, but what you want me to do, bite her? Like, I don't know what you want me to do. So basically, I was just like, done with all that. So when she kind of get in her head like she not taking her own, she was just like, bro, how I'm gonna get home? And so, she was talking to this boy on the phone that ended up being at the club that we went to next. I'm gonna get into that, right? So Lil Bit, she on the phone with this boy, whatever. She was just like, let's just Peasy, let's just call him Peasy Head. She was like, Peasy Head can't come all the way over here. Peasy Head got warrants and stuff. He cannot come all the way over here and stuff. He gonna get pulled over and this and this. So it's kind of like, you gotta take me home. So Foxy like, no, I'm not. She was like, well, how am I get home? I ain't got nowhere else to get home. So anyway, fast forward, because they up there having a whole escapade about who gonna take who home or whatever, y'all. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna wear to the party. Anyway, so yeah. So I don't even know who ended up taking her home. I think the manager had to end up coming all the way back. Who was in charge of taking her home had to come all the way back to take her home, right? So yeah, so she was just like, girl, you see. So anyway, we get in the car. All I know is I got me a phone call from Foxy. Foxy going in on the phone. I'm on the phone like, hello, because I'm ready to hear it. She's like, you see how she was just talking to me like I'm just responsible for taking her home? She's like, I'm responsible for doing the goddamn own thing. This and da-da-da-da, saying everything she could have said to her face on the phone to me. But I'm like, you should just kind of told her that to her face, because I was kind of like, she kind of just really was like, and I'm telling her like, she was kind of looking for you yesterday and all of this, and like, you ain't talking to her or whatever. She was just like, I am tired of her. Like, I'm not obligated to do all this stuff for her, which she wasn't obligated to. But she's like, she want me to go take her all the way around Birmingham and junk. I ain't finna do all that. Like, I'm tired of all of that. She's like, I'm tired of all of that. I'm tired of doing this and I'm tired of doing that for her. And I'm really tired of seeing her in the party. And she was like, people who I'm in the club with, they could stop asking me where she at and when she coming and this and blah, blah, blah. Like, going in. I kind of felt like she should have just told that to her to clear the air. Because, yeah, that girl, do y'all not know, after that day, Lil Bit started taking that out on me. She started taking that out on me that Foxy would never talk to her or whatever, right? And somebody else at the job had let me know that that's what she was going around saying. So basically, yeah. Anyway, we ended up going to the party or whatever, right? So we get in the actually it was actually the strip club. So we went to the strip club. We in there, whatever. Guess who we see in there? Lil Bit and the person that she talked to as well, right? And the Lil Bit, the one she was talking to, kind of like a kind of had scared me a little bit. Like, kind of look like you know, the hills have eyes. Them people like a mutant. Like, that's how the person was looking that she was with, right? So I had said, we was finna walk by her. I was like, there go Lil Bit right there, right? So I don't know. I think Foxy was just really outdone with Lil Bit a little bit, right? So she came up, Lil Bit came up to us and she was just like, and she mugging just like that or whatever. So she looking at Foxy. She was like, hey, Foxy. So a little bit like, hey, Foxy. Then Foxy like, yeah, what's up? What's up with you? She did start acting different maybe when I came in the picture. I don't know why she started treating that girl like that. And so she ended up saying something. We had something. She was like, Foxy had a drink, because one thing about it, Foxy was gonna get a drink. Me, I didn't have to have a drink. So Foxy got a drink or whatever. So she was just like, let me say, you gonna give me some of that drink? She was like, no. I don't know. Foxy was not feeling her. After the Atlanta trip, Foxy was like, I'm not really feeling Lil Bit. Lil Bit kind of getting on my nerves. And Lil Bit would still be asking for her. But it was kind of like an indirect way of like, I'm not really effing with you or whatever, right? So we all up in there and somebody whispered something. She said something. And like Foxy said something and I bust out laughing because I forgot what was so funny. But one thing about me, I don't know what used to be funny, but it used to be funny. So I walk off and Lil Bit just like, remember that now. Remember, Lil Bit's gonna come back up again. So anyway, we end up leaving or whatever, and like, you could just tell like the tension between Lil Bit and Foxy was just like, it had to be something they hadn't talked, like, I don't know, it was just something you could tell like they had needed to talk about. But really, I kind of felt like Foxy was just tired of taking her across Birmingham. That was the whole thing. Remember how I told y'all she had to waste certain stuff only because they was like, I guess like probie or whatever, they call them probies or whatever. So she was just like, I noticed like she was over there, she was like, she was over there dancing or whatever, because we would go to like multiple clubs. So we had a second club now. I forgot to tell y'all that. So basically, we over there dancing or whatever, and all of this or whatever. So one of the ladies come up and she was just like, you know that's not what you supposed to be wearing, right? So she was just like, it's all black. I mean, I got on what I'm supposed to have on. She was just like, you ain't supposed to have it on like that. You're not supposed to have on sparkles. So I look at her and I'm kind of like, I'm not getting it. Because it was just like, I don't know how y'all, I don't know how people just sit there and let other people tell them what they can wear. I get it, but because that's what you want to do. But then again, I don't. It was just like a lot of stuff that I felt like they wanted to nitpick about. So basically, and I feel like it was only with her type thing. I don't know. It was just like every time she like dancing or getting a lot of attention, y'all coming up finding something to do. Like one night, let me tell y'all, somebody waste something and she gonna give her a mop to mop all the stuff up in front of everybody in the club. They would have me all the way fucked up, because bitch, I ain't doing none of that. It ain't going. It depends. Now, I could see if I'm getting paid, but just to do just for you to make me look bad in front of people, man, fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Capital F-U-C-K. Okay, because, like, that's going to be another story time, too, because that night, I was blown. I was like, and you going to pick it up and do it? Oh, baby, they got you fucked up for me. Anyway, y'all, that's it for this story. Because, y'all, it gets very... After this, it kind of just... Everything just go downhill after that. Like, the whole thing with Foxy and everything, it just kind of goes downhill. So, that's it for this story time. We going in for my birthday. It's at the end of the month. If y'all want to send me some fan mail, I'm just playing. Send me some supporter stuff. You can just hit me up on my Insta. It's KASHH_3 with the X. Okay, I love y'all, and ain't anything y'all could do about it.
Holla, 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 holla at me. What? Holla at me. What? Holla at me.
Friend, ain't nobody tell you look the fuck good.